If your mind revs up at decision time, replaying the same sentence 10 times, stacking endless what-ifs, and watching minutes turn into hours, you're not broken. Overthinking feels like a solution because thinking feels safe. In reality, the brain trades short-term comfort for long-term stuckness. Today, we'll change that. In this video, you'll get a practical overthinking toolkit. First, a 60-second reset that moves you from panic to clarity. Then, a 10-minute decision protocol that turns fog into action. Next, a 2-column page that converts worries into verifiable steps. We'll finish with a social media diet, a bedtime pocket routine, and self-talk command sets that make calm and follow-through repeatable. This is education, not therapy. We're not trying to stop thinking. We're training useful thinking, the right amount at the right time for the right job. The goal is to give your mind a plan, not to wage war against it. Our frame is simple. Thinking is valuable only insofar as it serves action. The problem begins when thinking outruns doing and becomes infinite postponement. Each section ends with a small door into action, so you gain momentum while you watch. Deep thinking sits inside a clear question and a time box. You gather data, compare options, set a date, decide, and move. Deep thinking tends to close loops. It converts energy into motion. Overthinking begins with fuzzy questions and never ends. Each what if spawns 2 more. As information increases, clarity decreases. The longer you wait, the more anxious you feel, and the more analysis you attempt. From the outside, you look busy. Inside, you're static. Deep thinking closes. Overthinking extends. The brain treats uncertainty like a threat and hunts for control. Overthinking offers a fake control hit. Reviewing a problem again feels safer than risking a move. Strong emotions, anxiety, guilt, shame, push the mind to use thinking as avoidance, not strategy. You're not lazy, you're looped. The cost is delayed. Today's relief becomes tomorrow's backlog and next week's stress. Our toolkit breaks that loop on 3 axes: time boxing, micro steps, and nervous system calming that converts mental noise into executable clarity. Catch yourself looping and stop. Anchor your eyes on a real object, a door handle, pen, or the corner of your desk, and silently name it. This drags the mind from abstract possibilities into concrete reality. Then breathe in for 4 and out for 6. 5 rounds. Your body hears it's safe, and thought speed naturally drops. Label the experience with 3 brief tags. This is a prediction. I lack evidence right now. I can pick one next step. Labels pull thoughts out of the truth category and into the mental event category. The final line matters most. 1 step. The 60-second reset is a lever that diverts panic energy into action energy. Most decision jams come from unclear criteria. In minutes 1 to 2, write the purpose of the decision in 1 sentence. Keep it measurable and short. In minute 3, lock to 2 options. Multiplying options multiplies fog. 2 options force comparison and accelerate commitment. In minutes 4 to 5, choose 3 criteria and identify one that drives 80% of the outcome, the 80-20 lens. In minute 6, run a worst-case mini-simulation for each option and ask, "Can I tolerate this?" That tames catastrophizing. In minute 7, time travel 6 months. Which choice am I less likely to regret? In minute 8, write an if-then. If I choose A tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I will do X. In minute 9, set a decision moment and a 48-hour revision window. After that, close the file. In minute 10, calendar the decision and the first step. Thinking is now inside a container that ends. What swirls in the head shrinks on paper. Split a page vertically. On the left, write the thought worry. On the right, write a fact step you can observe. What if the email is misunderstood? Sits left. Right becomes preview, one sentence purpose in the subject, 3 bullet points, send. You're converting abstraction into behavior. 5 lines a day are enough if you persist. At week's end, count how many left-hand lines found a right-hand step. The mind learns from evidence. When it sees this works, it volunteers to use the method again. The page doesn't just soothe, it trains. Make a deal with your mind. Worry is allowed, by appointment only. Pick a daily 15-minute worry time. During the day, park intrusions on a list and let them wait for their slot. By the appointment, most items have faded or converted into a step. You isolate worry from your workflow. Pair this with the 10-minute rule. For any avoided task, start it for 10 minutes. Permission granted to stop after. Starting erases 80% of the friction. Once in motion, you usually prefer to continue. Excess input fuels excess thinking. Set 2 info windows, 15 minutes morning, 15 minutes evening. Cap sources at 3 credible outlets per topic to avoid rabbit holes. For every 30 minutes of consumption, produce 5 minutes of output. A summary, a note, a small action. Consumption must feed creation. Tame triggers with environment tweaks. Disable push notifications. Hide the app during your focus blocks and simplify your home screen. Attention follows exposure. Design exposure and you design your thinking load. If your mind clocks in when your head hits the pillow, give it an evening runway. Spend 10 minutes with a 3-column page. Capture, sort. Tomorrow, later, park, calendar note. The message to your brain is, these are safe. I'll return. It can stop standing guard overnight. Power down screens an hour before bed. Use the 4 to 6 breath to downshift. And if needed, run a simple attention anchor like counting backward from 2,600 by 7s. Good sleep is the cheapest, strongest anti-overthinking tool you have. Your inner voice steers behavior. Preload short commands. 1 step, what is it? Reduces choices to motion. Check the data, separates prediction from fact. Start 10 minutes, lowers the threshold. Put it on the calendar, binds intention to behavior. 1% progress disables perfectionism and rewards completion. Put these on your desk, lock screen, or notebook cover. The mind behaves like what it sees. Make the right cue the easiest cue to see. Perfectionism is overthinking's engine. Lower the standard to good enough and pull the deadline forward. If you crave certainty, train uncertainty tolerance with tiny drills. Pick 3 questions today and leave them unanswered. On high emotion days, shrink decision weight. Do small, reversible tasks and defer the heavy calls until you're regulated. In relationships, agree on behavior, not endless process. 1 step this week, Friday check-in by text. At work, insist on written goals and checkpoints. Track steps, not speeches. Data settles arguments. Fog feeds them. Run a 15-minute weekly review. Sample 3 2-column pages and check your worry step conversion rate. Count 10-minute starts. Did you keep your worry time appointment? This light accounting shows your system works, which makes your brain trust it. Trusted systems are systems you use. Also watch the 3-repeat rule. If the same task or decision is postponed 3 times, don't inflate it. Shrink it. Define the smallest, meaningful step. As the target shrinks, movement grows. As movement grows, confidence follows. Your toolkit, 60-second reset, 10-minute decisions, 2-column page, worry time, info diet, bedtime park it, and command sets, cuts the fuel line to overthinking. There's no single miracle here. There's the power of small, repeatable wins. Pick one tool and use it today. Tell me in the comments which one you tried and how it felt. I'll pin a one-page worksheet in the description.